change.
Education.
As I say, it's gone on a education policy and education opportunities. If it doesn't change with time, with the passage of time, which has already shown that the previous policies cannot hold anymore. If it does not change, in order to produce the right human resources for the needs of this country, then we will regress and not progress. So if you talk about a high-income society, it must be human resources or people equipped with the best knowledge, retained for the country's use, equipped with the best knowledge, retained for the country's use. Then you may stand a chance. If not, you can talk to the cows come home. We will regress and not progress.
So PPMS, SMI, for instance, the reversal back to BM for maths and science is actually a major setback to this idea, isn't it?
Maths and science should be taught. My memorandum to Mahathir was should be taught in primary schools.
English, you mean?
No, in their mother tongue.
In their mother tongue.
But in the secondary, English periods should be increased in the primary school, and then make it into a medium of instructions in the secondary school. For maths and science anyway, medium of instruction, that means the main language for science and English. In the modern education methods, there are better ways of educating people in languages than what we are doing now. Audio, video, all these are not by this, what you call, Tan Sri Koo Kek Kim say, rote system, by heart. There are better ways of use it. For that matter, I used to argue with Dong Jiao Zhong way back in 1972 when I was in MCA, and asked them that one question. To know a second language or mother tongue language, how much Chinese do you want a Chinese to know? How much Chinese do you want a Chinese to know? The East Ender English speaks English that we none of us understand. East Ender, and yet they are Englishmen. So, do you equip them with enough content of Chinese enable them to read and write and converse in Chinese? Or do you want every Chinese to become literature expert Chinese? You see my way? I ask them, if it's 3,000 words, that's enough. I can't see with these 6 years, you cannot pump a student with 3,000 words in Chinese. To be able to read and write, and proficient enough to converse in Chinese, rather to be experts in Chinese, in Chinese literature, where they can quote proses and all this, which only the Chinese in China knows. How much? How much? So if that's the intention, then all the methods of teaching language must change.
But John refuse lah.
Don't know lah. That's my debate with them long time ago. We left it like that. You tell them I'm English educated. Can you dare to say that I'm not a Chinese? Even those days I couldn't speak Mandarin, but now I can. I can give a 2-hour lecture in Mandarin without reading one word of Mandarin. I don't know Chinese at all. That's why I don't like NTV7 who wants to interview me in Chinese all the time.
Ironically, even
so how much, but not forgetting you want your mother tongue education, but not forgetting you are in Malaysia. Is undoubtedly the Chinese Malaysian. I use the word Chinese Malaysian. I never use the word Malaysian Chinese. Chinese Malaysian are very appreciated in the last 20 years in international circles to those who has been exposed to Chinese from mainland China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Indonesia and Malaysia. Very much appreciated. They always say we are the best of them six. The Chinese in Singapore, educated but with a bloody nose in the forehead. Kiasu, Kiasi. The Chinese are hillbillies. I say in the last 20 years, I didn't say today. Today is a quite different story altogether. The Taiwanese Chinese, you don't eat you up, swallow you, lock, stock and barrel, and push out, not even bones coming out. You'll be lucky. And the honky Chinese who only care for themselves and don't care for anybody. And the Indonesian Chinese, nothing to talk about. They even lost their name. So, to appreciate that the Chinese in Malaysia had already in a way been influenced by other races in their mannerism, in their eating habits, in their appreciation of a multiracial society that makes them what they are. Right or not?
Yeah.
And be confident of that. I used to give this when I talk round the world. I said, look, it's undoubted in the last 20 years, when last time when you go outside and people say, hey, you Malaysian Chinese are very good, man. Well-mannered. And don't impose on people. Knows how to mix with people, care for others rather care for self. All these are very good characteristics. What's wrong? What's wrong?
The perfect balance.
Yep. With the mother tongue. If 3,000 characters is good enough to maintain the mother tongue, there's a better way to teach 3,000 characters.
Yeah, actually.
And yet spend more time in English. And yet maintain Bahasa as a language. You can do it lah. There's no doubt, that's the other explosive thing we hear, that in this country, that the Malays needs help. It's not so much as Malays. It's more so that in any country, the rural people needs more help than the urban people. And it just happened that 90% of the Malays live in rural areas. Right?
Yeah.
So it's a rural problem rather than Malay problem. Like Mahathir in his Malay dilemma says, you change the environment, you will change the race.